So Caleb, I hope you take this message as love, brother, as an understanding that you need to get your life together. And it's not about just your finances, brother. You have all the means, all the opportunities to change people's life forever. Because if they see a person like you who's obese, who's unhealthy, who's undisciplined, start changing his ways, more will follow. Welcome back to the channel. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. Ever since I dropped my last video on Caleb Hammer. All the backlash, all the fanboys dropping comments because they were defending their idol. I just moved down to Austin, Texas. So this is the perfect time to drop this video, and I hope, Caleb Hammer, you hear this, and I hope you start changing your ways. When you first started on this journey to helping people get out of debt, we could all feel your heart. We can all feel how sincere you was.
I really like where I am.
Okay, so are you okay?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. Your voice is shaking, so I just want to make sure.
In general, I do get shaky when I talk too. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, just as someone who is an anxious person and has my own issues with that, I want to make sure.
Thank you.
But as you've gotten more famous, the more you ridicule these poor people who are lost, who are in debt, who need your help, the way you talk down to them, the way you speak about them.
I don't give a if I try to sell it, it's brand new. It's gonna depreciate.
Mute his mic, please. I don't give a mute his mic. I don't care.
And I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much fame you have. You are undisciplined because you can see it through your face. You can see it through your pores, how unhealthy you are. But then speaking to people and asking them to stay disciplined in their lives. Let's take a look at some of these clips and let's see your idol, your influencer, how he speaks to people.
Your horrendous existence in front of me right now. You're trying to look funny. You're being dumb. You might through consolidation borrowing from dad, sucking, I don't know. But I don't think you are gonna get out of debt by changing behavior.
You think telling a young woman the only way she's gonna get out of debt is by getting on her knees. You're supposed to be there to help her. You're supposed to be there to guide her. No matter how lost she is, you can speak to somebody respectfully. You're just trying to get clicks. You're just trying to get clout, brother. You're looking to go viral instead of trying to help people. And I'm sorry everybody's gonna come on here and be like, you're just a hater. Well, call me a hater. I'm gonna call out what needs to be called out. If you're undisciplined, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you tell others how to live their life?
In one gig, right after the interventions from my family.
A decade and 1 year into acting. If you're still taking acting classes, maybe it's time to move on because obviously you're a failure. Are you gonna have a family and kids? No, you don't. Fuck you. You're married to being stupid with money. You're married to just getting you smile at that. I say f you, I call you on your bull, and you smile. What? You taking like pride in being a
Of course not.
This man's mouth has no control. He can't even tame the tongue because he's just looking for clout. He's looking for more fame. He talks about being disciplined, about being vigilant about your money. How about not cursing out every person that comes onto your show? How about understanding that that is not the way to get through to people? I once used to use vulgar language all the time, thinking that made me cool, thinking that made me intelligent. No, it makes you look stupid, brother.
Goal.
You're a joke.
Caleb, are you going to meditate?
Amber, you're a joke. I'm not continuing that.
And I know you're a very intelligent kid, but you have no discipline. You can't even control the fork. You can't even control your weight, dude, but you're gonna tell other people to be disciplined in their lives. Come on, guys. We need to stop thinking because somebody is entertaining you because they're cursing somebody out.
How have you made it this far without getting out of obnoxiousness?
That's a great question, honestly.
This conversation's done. Go fix your attitude. I'm done with people like you today. My gosh.
Because they're in a lower point than you are, somehow that makes them an influencer. No, let's hold each other accountable. Let's stop thinking just because we're fans of somebody that they can't do no wrong. This is why society is falling apart, because of men like Caleb Hammer. Because they're financially set, they're good men, they're hardworking men. They can tell others how to live their lives. But like he says all the time.
No point of us getting our finances together if you're not going to live a long life. Right. And I want you to live a long life. So the sacrifices you are going to do now are going to be for a great.
What is the benefits of getting your finances together if you're not gonna live a healthy life. We're idolizing money instead of understanding that we need to take control of our health. How does this man look older than I am? And I'm 37 years old, and I'm proud to say it. Yes, some of you may come on, he has more money than you. Who cares? Do you think he'll be around to enjoy it later on in life? So Caleb, I hope you take this message as love, brother, as an understanding that you need to get your life together. And it's not about just your finances, brother. You have all the means, all the opportunities to change people's life forever. Because if they see a person like you who's obese, who's unhealthy, who's undisciplined, start changing his ways, more will follow. We need to be disciplined as men. We need to take control of our health, especially in this United States of America, how they're trying to literally poison us with the food we eat. I went a month and a half eating unhealthy because I was traveling. I was moving from place to place, and I felt horrible, and I felt unhealthy, and I felt disgusting. Now I can imagine a person like Caleb Hammer who weighs 220 pounds, who's gaining weight across his channel year by year, how he feels when he goes to bed, how much depression, how much anxiety he has. And it's not because it's somebody else's fault. It's because he's not willing to make the changes. He's not willing to put the fork down. He's not willing to hold himself accountable. So stop being a hypocrite. Stop cursing people out and control your emotions. Control your actions. Control the fork. And you'll see the changes in your life, Caleb. And I'm in Austin, Texas. So if you feel a certain type of way and you want to speak on it and you want to talk, I will have no problem doing that face to face. And we don't need to do it in front of the camera. That's how much of a man I am. I'm looking for clout. I ain't looking for fame from you. I'm looking to make sure a young man like you can affect the world in a positive way. Can show others that no matter where you are, no matter where you've been, you can be disciplined. You can work hard. That has nothing to do with money. That's the misconception we all have gotten lost upon. Just because you have $100 million doesn't mean you're a man. Truly, wake up. Sorry, I know some of you guys don't want to hear that, but be honest with yourselves. Take control of your lives. Ending it here. Thank you for everybody that's been watching. Thank you for everybody that subscribed. If you're watching for the first time, please take the time to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment. On this channel, we grow every day and we work hard every day. And remember, work hard today for a better tomorrow, and I'll see you on my next video.